cramping. Oh, 11. Mostly hammies, does some squats. So like leg curls. So they have, let's see, they have a hip thrust, a master cluster, and a kickback. Okay. Super power squat, which is like the standing pendulum squat. This looks, yeah, that sounds ridiculous. All right, I didn't know what to do, so I called Avery and asked him for some help. He sent me, we'll put this on the screen, but he sent me this BS. It's pendulum squat, 3, 6 to 10, leg curls, 3, 8 by 15, hip thrust, 2 to 15 to 25, adductions, 3, 10 to 20. I actually don't see, I see the abduction, not adduction, so I'll modify that to do hip, like, we'll do a modified version of a hip thrust on the ground, either single leg or we'll figure it out. And then leg extension, 1 set for 50 reps. That sounds dumb.
One down.
Felt a little wobbly. New machines are tough, for sure. But just trying to stay in the hole, not get stuck. That's the goal. I could go heavier, but there's no need. Long day ahead of us. I come from a powerlifting area background, I guess, where rest was maybe 1 set, 40 minutes rest, another set. That's exaggerated, of course, but I say that like, I believe in getting rest between sets, right? Especially for legs. Now, I'm doing back, chest, pace for sure, but like when I do legs, don't want to have injury, I want to be good, I want to work in the set, right? These things carry me every day, and try to do at least legs once a week, but I'm gonna do it once a week. I need to do it with some pace, with some intensity. So that is the goal. So gonna get a little bit of a rest here and get back in there for set 2. Brutal. So it's like awkward still. But that's okay. I mean, it's not really, you're gonna fall back, right? But I trust the machine. It's high quality. So like I said this before, Prana does a really good job of making quality stuff. And as a bigger guy, I haven't had an issue yet in a machine and feeling unsafe on that machine. And that was, I came here at 6, I don't know, when I was like 600 pounds. I'm 5'7" now. But like it's always been the same. I feel safe in the machine, but also like your feet are still up, you're still leaning back, and like that mental aspect of you might fall backwards is there. And so it's a little bit of fighting in the set. It's not just the work itself. That was a little bit deeper, which really sucks. We're gonna drop down. I think that was like 6 or 7.5. Brutal. Also, this leg curl. 5 out of 10 for big fellas. Laying on your stomach trying to breathe, do a set, not really conducive. But the stretch and the work, 12 out of 10 still. Oh, back to the machine. I lost count. But if you need me to count for your set, I'm world class. We have this, one more set of this, and then hip thrust on the hip thrust machine. So. Transcend bridges, which is like a very it's just instead of first with like a barbell or a machine, where you dumbbell kind of in the same vicinity, and then just thrust up. It was 2 sets, 15 to 25 was the rep range. We're gonna do just this instead. And then the next thing was adductions. Yeah. The next thing was adductions. We don't have an adduction machine. Alright, we're gonna go bridges, and I'm gonna go wide stance goblet squat. It's on golf ball. So that was not bad. Maybe I could have gone on one leg even. Seemed aggressive. But like, that was just kind of funny. When I first started working out, that was like an everyday routine. Every leg day, I was doing hip thrusts to strengthen the lower back, strengthen the hamstrings. Every leg, and I was doing maybe like, first of all, I was getting like maybe 3 pieces of paper off the ground when I first started doing them. Just like barely, like put maybe 3 sheets of paper between my ass and the ground. And now it's a little bit better. Definitely like getting a good squeeze, and I actually feel like work happening in the hamstrings and in the lower back. Before it was kind of just like momentum and a little bit bouncing, but we did it. I mean, we did it every leg session. I was doing them. So yeah, if you need like, it's something you can do at home too. Like if you just want something to do at home, bridges, just a little bit of bridges helps with lower back pain, helps with strengthening your hamstrings, your lower back. A lot of folks are going to be more quad dominant, and this would just help get some balance, to give you some power. I think that like I did a lot of hamstring work before when I was like younger and stuff, just to strengthen. It was always like, preached to me. I think that's part of the reason why like I was able to still walk around at 700 plus pounds. It was like honestly because the little bit of work I did as a kid to kind of get there, and bridges were always part of the workout routine. And they're not as much anymore, but I go back to them, especially like this. Like right, this was we tried hip thrust, it didn't work out, and that can be discouraging, I think too. Like obviously not having the right equipment or equipment not fitting you. This is the first time it's happened in this specific gym, right? So everything else has worked, but like don't get discouraged. Think about new ways, especially as you're building that muscle and that habit to have better habits, better life. If you've spent time in the gym, you have other exercises that are available to you, or like Google. Like I have Googled exercises in the gym, learned them from YouTube videos, and then try to mimic them to the best of my ability, right? And then if you have friends who are trainers or in the gym, you can ask for critique and advice, like, hey, is this form right? Does this look right to you? I call Avery and ask him all the time, does this look right? I mean, every time I'm in the gym, I'm asking him, what do you think about this? What do you think about that, right? We're constant critique, but as long as you're in here getting work in, that's the most important thing, I think. What the fuck? That was awful. That was horrible. Half the reps. Bad effort. Across the board, it's not good. It didn't feel good from the jump though, so from the first squat I knew I wasn't there mentally. I wasn't locked in. So I think when you step into the weight, anytime you step to the weight, you have to be calm and breathe. Go to that place, and then when you get to that first set, like, it's good. It feels good. You even when it hurts, you're still in it. You're still, you're working. You're here now. You're there now. All right. For me, when that first squat went down, I was like, oh, this isn't, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I was already quitting after set 1, and that's why by rep number 7, I was dropping the weight. I wasn't there. And I thought that 15 was already too heavy or too much on the plan. So I was already doubting myself. So I need to go in there. If I fall, I fall, right? If the weight drops, it drops. I'll be fine. But at least push myself, right? That's give effort. And that wasn't really good effort. So approach the weight, calm, be collected. That's why I love classical music. Like, I love classical music when I'm working out because it allows me to just to be calm. Sets, 50 reps here, 50 reps here. I'll walk in, let's see how much feels first.
Nice.
13, 12, 5, 4. Thirty. 10, 9, 8. 12, 11, 10, 9, 2. 7 more. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, well, I'm cramping, so that's enough of this. I'll get some water, we'll talk to you next one. Cheers.